Well, this makes sense. If you ever had a food that you loved and then one day you try it and you don't know if it's you or the food, but it ain't the same. The relationship is soured.
Yeah, all candy bars sold in the U.S.
So you think the candy bars changed and not you, Virginia?
Absolutely.
One specifically, and it's Snickers.
Okay.
I used to love it, would explode in my mouth. And not only is the chocolate waxy, it doesn't hit hard. It's kind of bland now.
It is. They have fillers and crap in it now where it used to be pure and delicious.
Outback Steakhouse is a ranch. Different.
And you even got confirmation that it changed, right?
Yeah, and it's noticeable because sometimes you go there for the ranch.
Yeah, I actually saw, and I'll probably get to that a little bit later, but Outback is not on the positive side of a list of some of America's favorite regular restaurants. And they're one of the ones on the list that has actually lost money over the last year.
I would have eaten 9 volcanoes for Outback Steakhouse at one point in my life. I lose a little trust.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about the Snickers. I went through a bunch of lists as I kind of did just a regular Google search on this to see how many other foods came up. The ones that cross-referenced on several lists, people have mentioned Twinkies, Butterfingers, and Crunch Bars. Those were 3 that made several lists for people said, yeah, they just do not taste the same. And what really got me down this rabbit hole was reading an article about Smart Foods white cheddar popcorn. Somebody said it is less cheesy than it used to be. And this is what was interesting. This person actually went a little bit of a step further because they were kind of going crazy saying, okay, did I change or did they change? And so they were able to look at their lists of ingredients pre-pandemic and post, and there was a shift. Cheddar cheese, once a primary ingredient, is now nearly last, replaced by natural flavors and corn maltodextrin. And they said, there is the proof right there. They changed, not me.
I don't want to eat something called maltodextrin.
Yep.
Give me the cheddar cheese or nothing.
Yeah. Now, you know, it happened because supply chain issues on part of it. Some of it was FDA sodium guidelines could be the reason for the change. But yeah, there are a lot of products that have gone through that since the pandemic.
Big time, too. Burger King onion rings. Not my onion ring.
There were some things in the fast food world. These are the ones that cross-referenced on several lists. McDonald's French fries. And I think, didn't they change from doing the beef tallow to something else, and maybe they went back to it? I think there was something they had changed with the oil or the fat that they used to cook the fries in.
I got to do a little food journalism. All right, I'm on it.
Okay. Taco Bell's green sauce came up on several lists. There was also Pizza Hut that they said was different and not in a good way.
Chili's honey mustard.
Okay. Olive Garden breadsticks. Would you agree with that? Somebody had said they thought that they had changed. Can we get confirmation on that?
I think they have stayed almost true. And the only thing I would maybe say is that they're slightly not as garlicky.
Okay.
A little bit bland, but they still hit.
Maybe that's what they're talking about. They've pulled back on that. Some of the other things, Hellman's mayonnaise. They said it's changed.
How'd you feel when you chugged it on stage on Saturday?
I still feel sick.
Yeah, I believe it.
The crowd is chanting mayo, and so he must eat the whole bottle.
I did half a bottle. That's the most I've ever done. And it stayed with me. I was feeling it bad on stage.
Stick. They've got boxed macaroni, SpaghettiOs, microwave popcorn, Pringles.
Pringles, yes, that has been a big time changer. It's hit or miss too. They're so inconsistent. Sometimes you'll pop that thing and you can't stop, and other times you go, "Do you guys even Pringle?"
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know what's happened with them. Oreos also were at the top of most people's lists on foods that are just not what they used to be.
Oreos taste different.
See, that's the one I think tastes better. It's Oreo.
You think they've upped their game?
For a minute, they changed and they taste terrible. They have kind of gotten a little bit of the shine back. But for a minute there, maybe it was those supply issues during COVID. Oreos were not good for a minute.
Personally, I love the generic Oreo kind of cookie. They make an Oreo cookie, but
Okay.
it's straight up.
Publix makes one with a panda on
I
it.
love those.
They said Haribo gummy bears not the same.
Yeah, they have lost a step. And you know what? They don't mass produce that watermelon flavor. They should. The gummy bear watermelon flavor is the best Haribo has ever made.
Okay. And somebody said, I can confirm about the breadsticks at Olive Garden. My wife and I went there last weekend, and we're like, yeah, they are not what they used to be.
The taste isn't as potent.
Yeah. Okay. So some people are confirming that.
My recommendation, you got to dip. You got to get a salad, and you have to dip it with that dressing they got.
They do have a great salad.
They do.
Somebody else said Papa John's not the same since Shaq took over. So we all hated Papa John, but boy, you made a good pizza.
I haven't had them in a minute.
Yeah.
Rocco loves it.
And let me see another one. Somebody said that we don't find that Nutella is the same. Fruit roll-ups and even Girl Scout cookies made the list. And how not only is this American cheese? I mean, it got worse. Really?
I love American cheese.
And they said Lunchables too has changed and not for the better.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. You know, and that is the one thing to really look. I love that the person, they went to the Smart Food white cheddar and they really dialed into it. And they said, okay, what changed? And they found the proof that it was the Smart Food white cheddar popcorn that changed. And what had happened to them too, I don't know if you ever heard of Ann Withy. Her and her then husband Andrew are the ones that actually started the white cheddar Smart Food popcorn, and then they sold it to Frito-Lay in 1989.
There you go.
And then she went on to make Annie's Homegrown. You ever heard of that brand?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she did. So she did Smart Food, white cheddar, and then after that she did Annie's Homegrown.
Yeah, isn't the Smart Food supposed to be a healthier option?
It was, yeah.
I do want to make an apology. I don't know how it happened. I did not approve this, but there were some bags of Smart Food popcorn thrown out in the audience on Saturday. And
Whoa, that's a massive hit to your
I
reputation.
was a little embarrassed.
You don't support health food.
Well, not at a snack pack show.
You just can't. Not the time or place.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.